Hello again and welcome to lesson 11. I'm glad you've chosen to learn more from me, but chances are good that you've noticed a lot of voices vying for your attention. There are a lot of so-called experts out there trying to tell you how to build your business. And the question is, who should you listen to and who should you trust? It's a fact that most of the people out there telling you how to make money online are still trying to figure it out for themselves. Now that doesn't mean to say that they're doing something unethical, just as long as what they're teaching is accurate and useful. I personally encourage my students to start teaching right away because it's the best way to learn and it builds rapport and your personal brand. This is not the fake it till you make it advice, as you should not be telling lies or making things up, but you do need to position yourself in the best possible way to achieve success. It's also important that you start to see yourself and behave as the person you want to be and not the person you were yesterday. All you need to be to start teaching is one step ahead of your students. So for example, if you just learned how to add people to your list, this is something you can pass on and teach. And there are always people eager to know how to build a list. However, when you're in learning mode, you need to make sure that you're learning from someone who's making more money than you and has more experience than you. You also need to make sure the information being taught is still relevant and what you need to know. So often I see people teaching outdated techniques and charging thousands of dollars for the information. So make sure that what you're learning is what is working right now. As an example, I could teach you how I used to make an easy $30,000 a month with link farms and Google AdSense. I could sell it as a technique I used, show income proof, put it in a nice wrapper and sell it for $497. That could be a great deal if it shows you how to make $30,000 a month in passive income. However, Google slapped links farms several years ago, and anybody running them, their income went from $30,000 a month to zero overnight. So the training would be worthless, even for $7. So my first point is to learn from someone who's making money now doing what you are looking to do. My second point is to learn from real experts, not wannabes. To expand on this, I don't recommend learning from forums because they're usually filled with newbies asking questions, with more newbies trying to answer them and achieve guru status. In general, successful internet marketers don't have time to spend in forums answering questions. As always, there are exceptions, and this will depend on your niche. But if you're looking at the work from home niche, it will usually be true. The same applies to Facebook. Most successful marketers spend very little time on Facebook, and so will not be delivering one-on-one assistance. As an example, I have several Facebook accounts, pages and groups, but they're all run for me by my VA, who has a batch of canned responses which she provides for most questions. I also advise against relying on proof of income, as not only is it not relevant to you, but it can easily be faked, and it often is. Testimonials may have more value, but again, these can be faked, so don't base your opinion solely on them. LinkedIn is probably the most reliable source to check on a person. And you need to make sure you're listening to someone you can understand. It's no good having a top earner as your mentor if what they're saying doesn't make any sense to you because it's either too advanced or simply because of the way they express things. No one teacher is the best for all students and vice versa. So find somebody you can connect with and understand at your level without constantly struggling. And listen to someone who's failed at times. It's possible for someone to get online and strike it lucky and have a massive but temporary success. But without having dealt with failure, they'll not be able to offer experience of what to do when things go wrong. And believe me, sooner or later they will do. Listen to somebody who's not afraid to tell you what you need to hear and not what you want to hear. If you're being told how easy it all is and told that you can't fail, then beware, because if it was easy, everyone would be rich. Are they? No, of course not. Because it's not easy. It takes resolve, it takes focus and work. It takes the ability to overcome obstacles and push on no matter what. It is simple, but don't ever confuse that with easy. Simple and easy are not the same thing. And don't write somebody off just because you think they're trying to make money off you. Understand that you can get free help and advice, but in the end that person, me included, has to eat, and they're in business to make a profit. If they offer value, then don't knock them or ignore them because they're charging a fee in exchange for that value. Everyone marketing online will be making offers to their list, and you should be doing the same too. Just remember what I said in an earlier lesson, and if you don't need it, don't buy it. On the other hand, if it offers you value in doing what you're already doing, it may be worth considering. But avoid the next big thing or the get in at the start pitches. If an opportunity is good and sound, it'll be around any time you want it, and most of the startups today will be gone within 12 months. So trust someone and follow them, but not blindly. It's fine to be skeptical and it's healthy, but when this is overreached, it will hold you back from learning and progressing. It's not unusual to see people knocking this or that program, mentor or product, whatever. And usually those people are never going to get anywhere because their fears and doubts which lead them to this unfounded criticism. However, a healthy caution should be exercised without becoming paranoid. You have to trust at some stage, and when you do, follow that trust to the end. Learn how to weigh the facts. No one is 100% right all the time, including me. We all have opinions, and they may differ and yet still be valid. There are always more than one way of doing something, and every person will have their own preference. However, if you're not yet as successful as you'd like to be, it will pay you to follow the teaching of those that have gone before you, and it may involve swallowing some pride, and will almost certainly require you to leave your comfort zone temporarily. In time, all things become comfortable, and in time we can modify what we've learned to suit our own personalities. But a sound foundation is always needed before remodeling can begin. Remember that one idea can make you a fortune, and all you need to do is listen and select the parts that you need and that ring true for you. I often spend thousands of dollars on training, masterminds and mentoring, and all I seek from them is just one idea. I often get more than one, but this is the important art of learning to weigh the facts and pick out the things you need. So now it's up to you to find someone to follow and stick with. It may be me, or it may be somebody else. It may be that you find someone who complements my teaching, and so you have two people, or possibly I complement the teaching of somebody that's already training you. It may even be three people, as long as the time involved learning does not stop you from taking action. I usually have 2 or 3 personal mentors at any given time, and that works for me, but it may be that you just want to concentrate on one. I'm not going to offer a huge list of people who can help you or a list of those I've personally found wanting. It must be your choice. But one low-cost option that I think complements what we're doing here, and that would be my friend Omar, and I'll put a link below this video for him so that you can check it out and see what he's doing. So there's just one action step this lesson, and that's to find someone to listen to. Find someone who's done what you want to do, someone who's a real expert and not a wannabe, somebody you can trust. Now that person might be me, or it might be somebody else, or even me and somebody else. The important thing is that when you find someone you can trust, you follow them with open eyes and a discerning heart. We will need to cover one final prerequisite before we develop the vision and plan for your online business. It's sort of a missing piece, and I'll be revealing it in the next lesson. As always, you're welcome to post your questions and comments below. Until then, God bless, and I hope this has been helpful for you.